Hi guys, we are back. Summer 2020 will be very different, but it's still summer. To celebrate it, we want to take you to the paradise on earth. We all once thought of being lost in paradise, so our insiders will share their experience.
Welcome to Thailand. As you can see, I'm on some of the formerly busy streets of Bangkok, and Nastya is somewhere on Koh Phangan. Our first guest is a photographer from Ukraine who has once traveled to visit Thailand, and now, after 4 years, when he finally decided to come back home, Thailand wouldn't let him. Meet Dima. Hi, Dima. Nice to see you.
Hello!
Hi, hello. Now I'm going to grab some coffee, and you will see what do you have to do before to go into the shop. So as you can see, elevators, they have protection, and better to use your elbow for this.
Do they change it like every day, this plastic thing?
They put the plastic just to make it easy to clean. These buttons covered by plastics as well. And also we have sanitizer. So when you press the button, you like straight away using sanitizer. Also, we have sanitizers outside of the elevator on each floor. You see the whole staff wearing masks. This is our security. So sanitizer is here as well. So let's go to see. This is 7-Eleven shop. And to go inside, you need to wear a mask. And in front of the door, you can see the people sitting and checking. Cannot go without mask. No mask, no enter. You see, no mask, no enter. They're checking your temperature with thermometer. Like if you have fever, you're not allowed to buy any food first. So you have to wear a mask everywhere, like in the shop, in the shopping mall, like everywhere. But on the street, it's like you're allowed to walk without a mask.
So now forgetting a mask at home is worse than forgetting the mobile phone.
Yeah, that's true. You like just if you're going for a walk, that's okay. Like you can leave it at home. But if you're planning to do some shopping, you have to buy one before to go there. But it wasn't like this all the time. At the beginning, in Pattaya, they even had a fine for people who are not wearing masks, and it was like around $1,000. Like if you're walking on the street without a mask, the fine is $1,000. Yeah,
oh, wow.
That's a bit crazy.
What other measures to prevent the spread of the pandemic did they implement in Thailand?
Oh, they used a lot. It was one of the first countries who provide curfew time. So we had curfew from 10 p.m. till 4 a.m. Right now, curfew is from 11 till 3. And from tomorrow, probably they will give 1 more hour to go outside, because from tomorrow, a lot of spa centers will open. Cinemas will be open from tomorrow. So we're going back to normal life, actually, from tomorrow. And it's quite interesting to see how it will be, because people are really scared. Like that was the time when Thai people, they were so scared of foreigners. So if they see you, they even can cross the road, because on the TV it says like the virus here just because of Europeans. Can you imagine? And even Prime Minister, he was telling like, oh, we have to like wipe them out like from our country. They're bringing virus here. And then of course he apologized.
So did you experience it or not? Like this attitude towards yourself?
I was sitting at home. Actually, I supposed to be in Ukraine already, but my flight was canceled. Like I had a flight on 4th of April, but it was canceled, and I stuck here. I lived here 4 years, and when I decided to go back to Ukraine, they just canceled my flight. So I sent almost all my stuff to Ukraine already by mail, I sold my bike. I found people who took my lease for the flat. So, and when I stuck here, I like, what the hell? I don't have anything right now here. I don't have work. I don't have like literally anything. But it's good that I have a lot of friends here. And I called my friends, like, can I stay with you, like, I don't know, like days, weeks, maybe even a month? And they're like, okay, yeah, you're allowed to come. So I stayed 1 month with one friend, second month with other friends. And it's like, right now I'm living with another one friend. She's from New Zealand, she's working here. But it's so funny story.
But you weren't able to come back? No repatriation flights?
About repatriation flights, they were so expensive. Like I bought a ticket for Emirates, and when my flight was canceled, they just sent me an email like your ticket is extended for 2 years, so I can use my ticket for 2 years. And I decided, okay, repatriation flight is like more than $1,000 to go back to Ukraine, and I decided, no, this is not for me. So as you can see, I'm wearing a mask. Just before to go into the shop, I will change the camera view. And I will show you. See, they have sanitizers here as well. Here's supposed to be a person who's checking temperature with that one.
Where is him?
Sorry, Cup. Kapuyen. Kapuyen. Kapuyen leg tight.
Yeah, the lady is not wearing the mask.
Yeah, that's interesting. Tamara, thanks. Okay, as you can see, all workers are wearing masks.
But no gloves.
Oh, no, she's putting on.
I see you. You're wearing a mask. Call the police.
So I can see that the employees are not wearing the gloves. So the gloves are not compulsory.
Yeah, to wear gloves, but before we all were wearing before they all were wearing gloves, and also that plastic masks cover whole face.
But now you're coming out from the quarantine.
Yeah, from the quarantine, we're like not coming, we're running out from it. and I hope everything will be fine.
Was it still crowded? I mean, Bangkok is such a full city, vibrant, and when you go on the public transport or when you go on the roads, there's so many people on the bikes or in the transport. It's always fully packed.
That's true.
Was it empty?
Yes, actually, this street where I'm right now, it's Soy 11. It was one of the crowdest roads, like during all the time, like 24 hours, 7 days a week. Like always people, always crowded. Right now, it's so empty and it's so unusual. It's like so scared actually, because you realize like this is not a joke, like this is for real. So yeah, this is the reality. Like if you go to transportation, for example, BTS, like they're always checking your temperature before to go in, like everywhere. Bye bye. Rainy. Okay, I love rainy. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. So time to take it off. So this road, it was always full of cars, bikes, people, and now it's like totally empty. All right, what else?
Yeah, just recall other measures that were in place while it was still quarantine. Like
the shops, they were closed?
I can say that product shops, they weren't closed, but they had, because of curfew time, they were closed at 8 p.m. Like all clubs, all restaurants, like everything where you can sit with other people were closed, actually. We had also ban on alcohol for 1 month.
Oh.
Yeah, it's because we had New Year. They call it Sankran, and just to protect people of crime and walking drunk on the streets after curfew, they decide to give a ban for whole alcohol for 1 month. And that was for some people crazy. I don't drink alcohol at all, but for my friends, they were crazy.
So did they announce it in advance so people could stock some alcohol and prepare for this 1 month?
The announcement for the ban was 5 hours before to close shops. And I posted in Instagram like, hey guys, the ban for alcohol is coming like from today. And all my friends, they didn't believe. And then I saw, and then I decide, okay, if you don't believe, I will go right now. I'm not drinking alcohol. I will go right now and buy as much as possible, and then I will sell you for double price. That's what I did. So I delete my post from Instagram, and I went to the shop, bought alcohol, like different stuff. I even didn't know what I'm buying because I'm not drinking like for like more than 9 years. But I sold everything, I can tell you. So I doubled all my money.
Well, so you were not without a job after all.
Yeah, kind of. The Thai government were planning to extend the ban for alcohol, but then, like, I guess just Thai people start to fight with them, or I don't know, and they like, okay, like let's sell alcohol. But restaurants, they're not allowed to sell alcohol for sitting and drinking. Like you can buy, but you can buy and go home. Another bad thing was in Bangkok, it was banned for whole swimming pools. Like each condo here has a swimming pool, so they were closed. All gyms, like we have free swimming pool, free gym, like other facilities, they were all closed. Rooftops, they were closed as well. Like if in your condo you have like a lounge zone on the roof, you're not allowed to go there. Swimming pools opened just a week ago. Some of them have rules like not more than 4 people. Some of them they made lines to like to spread the territory in the swimming pool, so you're not allowed to go to another square in the swimming pool. So
Really?
So they marked the square.
It's like it looks like in the summer camp when you're going, like the territory in the sea was covered by some lines. So it's totally the same in swimming pools right now.
What about traveling within Thailand? Was it possible to move within Thailand?
Another good question, because for Thailand to go from one city to another one, like from Bangkok, you can spend like a couple hours and go to the island, like really nice island with beautiful beach, with amazing water, like with nice hotels. Mm-hmm. And when you log down, the first thing that you have in your head is to go somewhere to the island.
Yeah.
And the government closed everything. Like even Phuket island, they closed some districts from each other, so people cannot cross different districts, even if they like live in one area and they have some work, like if they're working in 7-Eleven or somewhere else, like it was almost impossible to cross those borders. Like that was crazy. Now finally we have the opportunity to go to islands, but some of islands, they have the rule you have to stay 14 days for self-quarantine in a hotel. So if you're planning to spend your 14 days weekend, like
14 days
you can
weekend,
spend it only in the room. That's.
It would be actually a disaster holiday, yes, to be on one of the islands during the lockdown with no possibility to move even within the island.
That's true. I can say I'm so lucky that I have friends here, and just because I lived here for 4 years, I even cannot imagine what about those people from Ukraine, from other countries who came here just to travel, and they're stuck here without friends who can share their houses, without a lot of money to pay for hotels. This is, I think, the worst part of this. Like, and even the worst thing is that our government trying, not even government, like air companies, they're trying to make money on them, and this is, I think, the worst part.
Mm-hmm. But the hotels didn't
But
close.
it's
The people were allowed to stay in the hotels.
Actually, like almost at the beginning was the rule for hotels. They're not allowed to take foreigners. So Thai people were allowed to stay in hotels. Foreigners, they weren't allowed to stay. So all those people who were traveling and they stayed in the hotel, I don't know what they did. Like, this is crazy.
tell us what you do, what you used to do in Bangkok. What was your job?
Okay, in Bangkok, I worked as a teacher in the government school. I worked as a teacher 4 years. I was teaching English. I worked with kids 6, 7, 8 years old. And the school was only for girls. And that was pretty cool time. Like, I had really fun. I had a lot of fun. Like,
okay, let's try. Hey, I'm here. Where do you live? I live in Oakville. Oh, really? Me too! Yeah, what this means is saying, I live in that city as well. You want to fight first? Okay, that's fine. Alright, just give me 5 baht and go. 5 baht. Alright.
this is the best thing that you can do in Thailand, to work as a teacher with these angels. I worked as a teacher just to get a work permit to stay here in Thailand, but my love and passion is photography. Photography, videography, everything that you can take a photo, everything that you can take a video, I will be there. And it's quite famous here to work as a freelance model or actor. So sometimes I was taking part in commercials like TVCs, like KFC, for example, like for a
Wow.
couple months. For a couple months, they were showing me on the TV, like as the host for KFC, and all my students that time, like when they saw me on the TV at school, like, teacher Dima, where is my chicken? That was fun.
And they probably like the European
they closed the
looking people.
schools.
What about schools? Schools right now they have summer holidays, like March, April, May. It's like summer in Thailand, and they were planning to open in the middle of May, but now they are planning to reopen in mid of June or July. Some of them decide to work 1 month online and then go offline, like as normal students. And some international schools, they didn't stop working. They worked online, so they don't have summer because they're following American or European schedule. And for kids, it was quite good experience, I can say, because the first months I stayed with my friends. They have 2 kids. They're like 13 and 17 years old. I saw how it goes, and that was pretty cool. Like, we can sit, have breakfast, and they're wearing earphones, and they're like in the class, but they're sitting here and having breakfast next to me.
So they actually enjoyed this experience to study from home.
Some of them really enjoyed, and some of them a bit confused because that guy, like, he's 17 years old, and they had exams, and because they cannot do this at school, they decide to use some special like, before they use Zoom, and for the exam they use something different, like some different software. And that was the problem, because they were following American schedule. So all kids in America, they had, for example, exam at 8 a.m. and here in Thailand it's 2 a.m. So some kids, they were doing exams at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. And it was like, what the hell? There are kids, like, why are you doing this to them?
So you were working at school, and I guess then it was closed because of quarantine. Did you still get your salary?
Actually, my contract finished at the end of February, and I didn't extend it because I was planning to go to Ukraine, so I didn't have salary. All those teachers who worked, they've got half salary because they were not really working. They were recording videos with grammar lessons. So they were doing small videos about different grammar topics, and then they sent to kids. So those teachers who did videos, they've got half salary, and it's only about my school because each school could be so different. Like it's like even salaries, like everything could be so different.
But you are not planning to go back to this school?
Good question. just because I'm tired of Bangkok, I don't think that I will sign one more year contract. I even didn't plan to come to Thailand actually at the beginning, but I'm stuck here for 4 years. I in Ukraine. In Ukraine, for me, everything was okay. Like I did photography. I did master classes. I opened my small photo school, so everything was quite nice for me. And then I decided to travel just because I was tired of photography. I didn't rest for like almost a year. Like almost every day I had shootings. And when I decided to travel, I went to Istanbul, from Istanbul to Singapore, and my friends they said like, "Oh, you're so close to us, like just come and visit us." And I like, "Where are you?" "We're in Bangkok." That time for me, Bangkok, I even didn't know that. I was like, "Bangkok, where is Bangkok?" So for me, that time Thailand was only islands, you know, like Phuket, Samui, like some small islands. And when I realized that Bangkok, like it's an amazing city with all those skyscrapers and like infrastructure. So I decided like, okay, why not? And I asked them like, what are you doing there? And they like, we're freelance models. Like, what the hell is this? Oh, it's so easy. Like even you can do this. And me that time was like, me, model or actor? Are you kidding me? Like, how is it possible? Like in Ukraine, it's like no future for me as model for sure. But when I came here on the second day, I've got first shooting. that was crazy. In 2 weeks, I've got actually the contract for the 1 year. So I called home like, "Hi mom, I think I will stay in Thailand for 1 year." She's like, "Okay." And every year I was thinking like, will be my last year. Will be my last year. Will be my last year. And when I finally decide, like I bought tickets already, I was ready to go. Thailand said no.
Thailand was not ready.
It can't let you go.
Yeah, yeah.
You said that from Monday, so basically from tomorrow, they will open spa centers, cinemas, anything else. So do you know how they will operate? Will it be as it was before, or there will be, again, some social distancing rules applied?
Yeah, social distance right now is the mainstream. Even if you go to the men's toilet, you can see the crosses on, like, one you can use, another one you cannot use. Like they just put crosses. They will keep it for sure. Like in the restaurant, this is so funny. Even if you go there with your friends, like I'm living with my friend, and they have to put us on different tables, or they have to put a plastic screen between us. So this is like, what the hell? Mm-hmm. I forgot to tell you about how you visit all places right now. For example, if you go to the shopping mall, you have to scan a QR code that you are going in. They have people who pressing sanitizer to your hands. Then you're passing the area where they're checking your temperature by camera, not by thermometer. And then you're passing through the thing, which is making disinfection for your shoes. That was for me like, what the hell? Like, so cool. The other thing about tourists, tourism in Thailand, at the moment, they're just decided to allow people to come here only with work permit. Like if you go, like if you went back to your country for like for holidays and you stuck in there, you weren't allowed to go back. But right now you're allowed if you have work permit. If you're just a normal tourist, like at this time, you're not allowed to come here. And how long it will be, like no one knows.
Were there any flash mobs in Thailand, for example, to support doctors, or just those funny dance flash mobs?
What they did, they during the evening, like beginning, like start from 6 p.m. till 8 p.m. on the buildings, they were making hearts or smiles with the windows. So that was pretty cool. Like if you, like for example, you look at the building, give me a second. If you look at the building, they just turn on light with a heart shape or with a smile, and you can look on those buildings and see like smiles, hearts, and that was pretty cool.
I think we're done. It was very interesting. Thanks a lot for your nice stories.
Yeah, it was
and
nice
also
to talk. Yeah, good
and also showing us.
Tour was great. Thank you
day.
again,
right.
and have a great evening.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Have a good day. Bye.
Bye.
That's it for now. Hope you enjoyed this episode as well.
As usual, if you like us, subscribe. There are going to be more interesting episodes to come.
Soon too.
Which means bye-bye in Thai. Sorry for the accent.